Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 570. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hello, everybody.
All right, so we're going to do a Walking Dead show probably tomorrow so everybody can see it. I thought it was fantastic. But getting on to what we're going to talk about right now is the box office numbers, which I think everybody's interested in, especially with Deadpool. So here we go. Deadpool. As it stands right now, has a domestic gross of 235,394,887, but worldwide, it's getting close to $500 million. Right now, it's at 491. So, a lot of people are talking about will it beat X-Men: Days of Future Past worldwide gross of 747. I think that's a strong possibility. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I think it definitely. I think it can do that.
2 weeks.
I
2 weeks, just about 500. It's like
right. Yeah, I think that. I think that Deadpool. If any movie's going to do it, it's probably going to be Deadpool.
Yeah. Did you see it yet?
No.
That was a great movie. All right. So now Star Wars. I know people are wondering, is this the end for Star Wars, The Force Awakens? And I'm going to say that the numbers are getting lower. All right. We currently stand at domestically, it's 921 million. Okay, 642,225. Worldwide now, it's 2,039,000,000, close to 40 million. So 2,040,000,000, just about. And as it stands on the daily numbers, where last week it made a lot. This week it's not. We got on Friday it made 904,000. On Saturday 1,782,000. And on Sunday, today, 1,150,000. So I think it's just about done. If not, this is it. Then next week is totally done, unless they pull it totally from the theaters, which I think it's still playing. So it's either done or just about done. One more week. So I mean, I'm happy with the results for Star Wars. It's nothing to sneeze at. 2,039,000,000. I mean, so I think we're in good standing there. Deadpool basically not only got it greenlit for a sequel, but I mean, it'll probably be a trilogy. And more movies are going to be rated R, like Wolverine and X-Force and all that stuff. So that's pretty much it. Anything you want to add, Chris, to that?
Not to that, but I actually just remembered something that I thought it would be great if we reported it on here, because it was possibly some of the greatest movie marketing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
I saw today. 10 Cloverfield Lane apparently has a much deeper viral marketing campaign than any of us thought, originally. There was a trailer for 10 Cloverfield Lane that came out with, what I'm hearing, came out with Deadpool. Okay. It was attached to Deadpool, shown before it. And somebody, I believe they slowed the trailer down.
Okay.
And in doing so, they found these hidden images in the trailer. Now, none of them really make much sense, but they tweaked the brightness on them and stuff, and they were really weird pictures. One was for an old product called parachute pants, that if a plane was going down and you were wearing them, you could take these off and they would act like a parachute. One was a monkey dressed like a cartoon monkey dressed like a band player. One was a kid in I think either a baseball or basketball or football, sitting on a bench with a couple of his friends with his face, his eyes with that black bar over them. Really weird things. And people are like, what the hell? But somebody... Go ahead.
I didn't see that. But good.
Yeah. Somebody found out that the pictures weren't the point. They're a code. And they broke this code, right? The code led to GPS coordinates of an actual place in America. I think it was in Louisiana, right? So somebody followed these GPS coordinates to the place, and they found something in the actual area. There was a bottle of Swamp Pop, or I think that's what it's called, which is a drink that John Goodman is drinking in the trailer, right?
Okay.
So they were like, all right, an empty bottle of Swamp Pop or whatever, that's weird. So they started digging. And lo and behold, there was a box in the ground. They pulled the box up, they opened it up, and there's stuff about the movie in the box.
What the hell?
Right? But it's not like promotional stuff. It's like stuff that's going to be in the movie that the characters are going to be referencing and stuff, right? In the box were 2 flash drives with like information that John Goodman has been putting on them. There was puzzle pieces to the puzzle that he was building in the trailer. There were like documents and stuff. This person's like, what the hell? So they put and you can find this on YouTube. Everything I'm talking about, you can find it right now on YouTube.
Okay.
The video of the guy going out there finding the box, So he plugs this stuff. He goes home. He plugs these flash drives into the computer, and there's audio files on the thing of people from the International Space Station, right? Talking about, going over like routine things, right? And all of a sudden, this really weird screeching noise comes over the audio file, and the astronauts are like, "What the hell was that?"
Oh,
and then you hear someone from Houston go, what we need you to do right now is follow protocol. And they say a whole bunch of numbers, and they're like, we are scrubbing that from the official report, and it will be deemed classified. And I'm sitting here like, that's it. There's never going to be another movie that has better viral marketing than this.
wow.
This is the greatest marketing for a movie I've ever seen in my life.
Jesus. Oh my God, I gotta watch this later.
I'll send you the link, but
yeah,
I mean, if you find, like, I thought it was a joke at first. I was like, this has to be fake, and then I saw parts of the video, and I were like, no freaking way!
Wow.
Like, it's crazy stuff, man. I'm really excited for this movie. I really am.
All right, so we got some Wonder Woman. I'm gonna screen share this. Wonder Woman pictures.
Mm-hmm.
You saw these?
No, actually.
Oh.
Okay. In Trafalgar Square. All right.
Okay. So that looks pretty cool.
Wonder who that redhead is.
I don't know. And then look at Doctor Strange.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That costume looks awesome.
I know.
I don't know who's ever doing the costumes lately with like Black Panther and this. They've been doing a really good job.
I know.
I can't wait to see what Spider-Man looks like.
He looks exact. Like
He
Dr.
really
Strange.
does. Is he bleeding there?
Yeah, right by his eye or something.
Huh.
That's pretty damn cool.
Wow, he looks great.
She does.
It's like a 180 from those pictures where he's all disheveled and stuff.
Yep. Wow. We also got some news about it. The adaptation's going to be rated R.
Oh, good.
In the theater. So that's awesome. What else do we have? Oh, Howard Mackie, the Falcon, has basically slipped it that the Hulk is in Civil War.
Oh, jeez.
So it looks like he's going to be in it, and then he's going to go with Thor. Maybe Thor's going to be in it too. I don't know.
Maybe he'll be in like the after credits scene or something.
I think he's in the regular scenes. I don't think he's in the after credit. Might be something. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. But We know, honestly, once Batman and Superman's out, then they'll really promote it. They're not really promoting it now. It's like lackadaisy promotion.
Oh, that was another thing too. That the official runtime for Batman versus Superman was released today.
Okay.
It's like 2.5 hours long.
Now, what was the thing that was released today that something about early screenings of the movie and Warner Brothers is nervous?
That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing that DC
people are not happy with the movie.
I keep hearing that DC
scared.
I keep hearing that DC and Warner Brothers are afraid of the quality of the movie. And I haven't read anything about the early screenings, but if that came out today, that's news to me. But I mean, I'm telling you, man, I'm getting the vibe that this is going to be an amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm getting that vibe.
I'm thinking so too. In fact, I think more so than that. I think that it won't even reach the box office potential that Amazing Spider-Man 2 did, which is what, like over 800 million?
Yeah.
Which, again, it all goes to show, you do your own thing on this vision that we've never seen of Batman and Superman before, where this one's talking about killing him and this one's talking about like jumping the gun and going after him, not sure he's a bad guy or not. And it's like, that's not the characters that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
Or even in the movies, even when it was dark. And I don't know what this guy was reading where he got that that's what Superman and Batman should be, or that's what he remembered. I don't know, but I mean,
the answer to that is The Dark Knight Returns, hands down.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to build up some characters. You can't just throw Wonder Woman in there and all these people in there. It doesn't, like, they tried to do the shortcut instead of building it up like Marvel, thinking that they're smart enough to do that. Like, Warner Brothers, like, they're smart enough to do that and they can make it work and they don't have to waste as much time. It's not going to work. I honestly think, like, Lex Luthor, people are not going to like his performance because that's not the Lex Luthor I know either. I'm used to Gene Hackman, Kevin Spacey. I mean, I loved Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor too. I thought he was fantastic.
He was great.
So now you got someone that's just doing their own interpretation of it, and it's not even close. And Lex Luthor shouldn't even be that young. But
I think I think an easy way to sum up the two biggest problems with Batman versus Superman, as far as what we're seeing with trailers and marketing and stuff, is A, the characterization, and B, the amount of things they're putting into the movie. And it's like, all the time I always see people, but they compare this movie to what Marvel's doing, and then I see defenders of this movie are like, well, you just like Marvel, not me, but like the people who are defending, like, well, you just like Marvel better, and Marvel does everything, anything Marvel does is good. The reason that people use the example of Marvel and DC is because Marvel is doing it the right way.
Right.
If the situation was reversed and DC was doing what Marvel did and Marvel was doing what DC did now, we'd be saying DC's doing it the right way, but Marvel's doing it the wrong way. So it's not like brand loyalty. I mean, I'm sure it is in some cases, but for us, I think personally, they're not making it right. They're not doing it the right way. They're rushing to catch up or to put something out there that they think people will like. And I wish they would just take their time, because if they take their time, I think we'd have a really great movie. But
I can tell you right now, I think the overall consensus is nobody gives a crap that the Justice League is coming out in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because the build-up of this garbage, and to me, I'm telling you, man, I can't get into it. Like,
me neither.
I mean, I'll go see it, but I can't get into it because to me, it's not like when I saw the trailer, when I saw the trailer of Superman 2 or like, first Superman and going to see it, it's like, oh my God, like I can't, like really, it's like that Superman looks like he has hatred all over his face, like a rage. And I'm like, who the hell is that? That's not the Superman I know. And Batman's all like looks like Iron Man. He's got that weird stuff on. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm
It's
like,
so
come on.
disappointing because I remember when they first said it, I was like, yes, yes, they're
I think
doing
they tried to do it too hard.
it.
They're trying too hard. Like, I think if they would have just did the right thing, and if they would have listened to Christopher Nolan about not snapping Zod's neck, then Christopher Nolan would probably have done Batman vs Superman and guided them, and they probably would have had where Christian Bale would have been Batman, and then all right, maybe Affleck. But I mean, it's just I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this whole.
I know. Well, when that first trailer came out too, the one where at the end, he says, "Tell me, do you believe you will?" When it was good, back when it was a good thing. When I saw that very first trailer, I was like, "Yes, this is gonna be great." And then that second trailer came out, and I was like, "Uh-oh." Yeah. And then the third one came out, and I was like, "I'm done."
See, my thing is this, right? That the Zod spaceship was in the air for like how many hours and whatever.
It was there for like over a day. Yeah.
Like, honestly, with everything that Batman's faced, the moment he saw that in the sky, he should have been right in that Batplane. Like, what is he looking at for a day? Like, what is he doing?
Well, everybody, like, they're saying that everybody has been around before Man of Steel. Wouldn't they all be like, separately, be like, we got to do something?
Right.
They're going to destroy our planet,
I don't care. I don't care. Except the first thing would have been like, let me just get in the Batplane and see what's going on because I can't take the chance of the whole world blowing up.
Right.
Like, after everything I've done. Like, that's, I mean, don't tell me. This is why it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? When they do stuff like this.
Well, I was thinking that too. Like, even like Batman knowing he's facing like unwinnable odds, right? He's gonna try and do something. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's a little bit of people, he's gonna try something. You know?
Right. Like, you know how the Batmobile was shielded?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he like use that technology on like if once he saw the UFO or whatever? Wouldn't he use that technology on his own buildings and all the buildings in Gotham try to protect it? Like, just create some type of shielding or something?
I don't know what he would do, but all I know is he would do something. Like, that's the character of Batman. He would do something.
He wouldn't just sit there. I don't care if he's retired.
I remember I heard something about this because they said that it wasn't directly related to this, but they were like, Bruce Wayne didn't take Zod's threat seriously or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
And I was like, that's trash, man.
That's garbage.
Are you serious?
That's garbage, man. They've never had a UFO in their life. They see a UFO and he's not going to do anything.
I mean, that's like me. That's like me, like hacking into your computer, Matrixlord, and being like, "I'm going to kidnap your kids."
Right.
Right.
Well, that's right. Exactly.
Well, you're not going to take me seriously, like.
Of course. Of course. Well, that's like Peter Parker letting the burglar go.
Yeah.
And then he kills Uncle Ben. I don't think that all of a sudden now Batman would just let a villain go, like ever, knowing the Joker like kill people and stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's why I don't find it believable that, he's what are you running? He's running towards the building. What are you gonna do? The building's already destroyed. You're gonna grab a kid. Okay, like what are you doing? Like,
I mean,
it's too late on like the face. It's like, oh come on, man! I don't believe that.
I think he would have been doing more like before the ship landed. I think he would have tried to stop them or at least communicate with them or something. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure Christopher Nolan will tell the guy the same thing. Oh, dude, I think you really messed up. So
you know what was crazy too, and I'm seeing this happen more and more with movies, is that there was a fan made description of what the first Batman vs Superman trailer was going to be. It wasn't real, obviously, but the trailer was like Bruce Wayne was sitting in the Batcave, and Zod's message shows up on like his main computer, and then you see him get up and he starts to move towards the bat suit, like he's getting ready to do something. I was like, see, that's cool.
Right.
This is trash, referring to the real thing. Like, what the hell?
Like, and then not only did they do this movie, but they were bashing Marvel movies. Like they were bashing Ant-Man, and they said something negative about the She-Hulk that got Stan Lee pissed off. And now they're talking like, let's just really screw DC over. Let's put out a She-Hulk movie and watch that thing make like $800 million. Like, let's piss them off.
Yeah,
I mean, they're like,
too, yeah.
Well, the moment that Ben Affleck, like, he not only like they announced him as Batman, but he kind of knocked Daredevil, right? The moment he did that, they instantly greenlit a Daredevil Netflix. Like they said, he's the reason. Like they're like, it was like the ego was involved, and Marvel was like, let's show this son of a bitch just how good Daredevil can be, and that's exactly what happened. They like get somebody, hire somebody. We're gonna make a nice, gritty, Netflix thing, and we're gonna show this son of a bitch, and that's exactly what happens. And that is also why they're making season 2 come out at the same time as the movie. Like giving them the finger, basically. Because they moved up Daredevil released season 2 for Netflix, Chris.
Yeah.
They moved it up when Batman vs Superman's coming out.
Yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah.
So, like,
that has to be done on purpose, no matter what they're saying. I think that was done on purpose. I mean,
that was done on purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
It was totally done on purpose. For spite, all he did was bash Daredevil. It was over. It was over.
I remember when Jason Momoa and them were talking about Ant-Man, and I was like, the movie's doing really well. Like, what?
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut. Like, what the hell?
But you know what's going to happen? If this doesn't make what Ant-Man made, Marvel is going to rip the piss out of them. Like DC. They'll even make a movie where there'll be a fighting movie, like this one versus this one, for spite. And it won't even be like big characters, and it will be like a blockbuster. Like it's ridiculous. I'm telling you. DC is really in trouble on the movie front. On TV, they're cool. But movie front, like they might as well just do an Arrow movie, with Stephen Amell and everybody, and get the people from TV, because this stuff's a disaster. And in the movies, it's going to be. I think the Flash from the movies is going to be a disaster too. They're not even really sure, because weren't they supposed to film the Aquaman movie already or something?
I don't know actually.
Or
I know
something like just Wonder Woman, I heard.
Yeah.
So, that's.
I thought it was hilarious too that they were like, oh well, we're not in Batman versus Superman. We're not going to fix any of the problems from Man of Steel. It was like Man of Steel was mediocre at best. So like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean you're not going to fix? You're not going to try to make a better movie? So it's just going to be Man of Steel again? Like,
I mean, and the biggest line that says it all is in Supergirl. She's like, Superman doesn't kill people. Because in that universe, he doesn't. In every other universe, he doesn't either. But in the movie, he kills somebody. So, that's basically. Oh, we had somebody said something on our video when we were talking about Godzilla.
Yeah.
They asked Chris, I think, that are you aware that there's a Godzilla game?
Yes.
Yeah, we know about that.
Yep.
Like, and we heard it wasn't that good.
It wasn't. I saw Angry Joe's review, and it was. I was actually watching the live stream when he was playing it, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is so bad."
On 2 occasions, I went to purchase it when the kids were here, and I think one time Anthony stopped me, and one time JoJo stopped me. They both were like, "No, you're not getting it." I'm like, "Because it's garbage." I'm like, "All right." But I was gonna get it, and I didn't care how bad it was. I just wanted to, But they're like, "No, it's not even worth that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Why can't you just make a good Godzilla game? Really? Why? They should. You know what? They're not gonna. They should do a Godzilla game now that Shin Gojira's coming out. Even though it doesn't have to be related. Do a PS4, Xbox One game. Come on. And now it's a Godzilla game for Nintendo's NX or whatever the hell the system's going to be called. That we're going to see this summer. I mean, I guess it's going to come out this summer, the Nintendo. Like they're going to throw it at us, like with E3 or something. So let's get a Godzilla game going for that. They'll probably announce a Metroid game. They'll probably announce all this stuff. Maybe a Punch-Out. Let's go. I want Nintendo to return back to the way they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, with like Super Nintendo, where they like had all these third-party people making games, and everybody's making games. There was like tons of games out there.
Yeah.
They had exclusives and everything, and then it just fell apart. It was like Super Nintendo, GameCube. You know, after that, it was like, oh, then it started falling apart and nothing. You know, I want the Nintendo to regain its glory so they could be top again. You know, I think they have a strong possibility of doing that. I mean, you know, and stop making every. I mean, you don't have to have a Mario game. Every, you know, I mean, the Wii U was such a disappointment because I got that and they never put nothing out for it. It's like they expect one game to carry the system for 6 months. You know, not that I'm trying to talk about video games now, but I'm just got off topic. But,
well, it is the everything show, so.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we need a new Godzilla game, basically. And let's give us another Alien game too, probably.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. But we'll be back tomorrow with a whole bunch of casts. We're going to try to do the Walking Dead cast with everybody tomorrow. Do apologize, not tonight, but I think everybody's tired. I'm also tired too when I gotta go to work tomorrow. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll also have a Real Who Beans cast too. So take care. Bye for now.